Freedom is the only way. Korea, fuck yeah.
Democracy.
Fuck yeah. U.S.-Korea alliance, rock solid.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom,
Blood brothers.
democracy all the way, all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe J Movie So Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm one Jin.
Today we're going to start off with our review of the finale and the entire season of Dune Prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
All 6 episodes and the finale. And then we're going to go into Let's Talk Right Away.
Mm-hmm.
Squid Game Season 2, we're going to do the review next week.
Yeah.
We know it dropped.
Joe finished watching it, but I still haven't.
Yes.
I'm on episode 5 now.
Yeah, please understand, we have jobs, so that's why. But anyway, big shout out to Ekemu, Nico Mercado, Chan Hong, I'm the Husband and I Cook, ZZ, Scott Walker, Music, Trenchcoat, Jasmine, Kayla Marie,
Russian ID.
and all our 52 subscribers. Here we go. Yo, Wonjin. What's up, Scott Walker?
Scott Walker, what's up?
It's been agonizing my foot. Oh, I hope your foot gets better, man. I hope you had a great Christmas, man. I had a great one, too. Relaxation. So, Wonjin, the finale, when I saw that it was 1 hour and 20 minutes, I knew I wouldn't be disappointed. I was like, oh my God, it has all been set up for this. And like, this finale was so solid that I'm willing to forgive everything about the flaws that I thought existed in the whole season. And another thing is, I feel like in terms of quality, this is better than House of the Dragon Season 2. But less so than, some other better shows, though. Because I did feel like, was it a perfect season? No. But, first of all, in the finale, they really pay off a lot of the story arcs. I mean, I did not expect the Emperor to die, to be honest. And also, I have to ask forgiveness to Valia, because, remember me and one we thought she cruelly killed a kid or something or whatever, but like the unintentionally funniest line for me was when Valia tells Tula, "You think I'm a monster?" I'm like, "Yes, woman." Yes,
you are.
Yes,
absolutely.
Do you self-reflect, woman? Did you see what you've done?
We saw you massacre people.
Yeah, but her arc, the Emperor's arc, Tula's arc, Desmond Hart's arc, I felt like it completed a chapter. And like it was really satisfying to watch Valia overcome her fear. It was also very emotional for like when Tula meets Desmond Hart. Yeah. That is not how I thought it would go. And it was so tender. And Tula's like best line is, "Oh, come on, sister, we're wolves." Because she is more empathetic, possibly than Valia, but in the end, she does commit horrendous violence.
That's right.
And she has like the self knowledge, and it was very. It played with her emotions so well. I was like, am I supposed to cheer for Valia and Tula? Or,
So that was like a twist for me. Because remember in the last episode, I suspected maybe there will be this confrontation between Valia and Tula over the baby, over Desmond Hart. But it turns out Sisterhood is strong.
Yeah.
It's strong. And I was also surprised by the fact that Tula like completely accepts who she is.
Yeah.
And she's, like you said, she's very self-aware.
And the shocking scene was also when they remember, Wonjin, how you and we joked about like a voice off between the nuns. It turns out no, choose. Oh man, that was horrifying stuff.
Oh man,
that was terrifying.
Yeah, that's like literally you're either with us or you gotta go.
Yeah, and the fact that they use the voice that way, because this show does like keeping us in our toes so well, where because we didn't know Valia taught her sisters the voice yet,
because we didn't get any hint of that like being taught to others.
Yeah, and then it turns out she shared that technique with her like closest sisters.
And I also thought it was really smart that they said choose, because we understand that they cannot hide the truth from being revealed, because like they have the power of reading people. So I think like by saying choose, they can kind of like maneuver their way out of being being not framed but being responsible for murder, because after all they gave them a choice. They didn't tell them to kill themselves.
No one should look.
Yeah, so in their perspective, this was like a way for them to basically make their way out of the lie detecting thing.
Yeah, but
I thought that was pretty smart.
Yeah, but it was straight murder. And some dumb things though, like why would you slaughter like dozens of your sisters and then hide the body in the pool of your monastery? I was like,
I was also asking myself, are those skeletons them, or maybe
no, it's them.
Were those skeletons like already there?
No, it's them. So I was just like, Valia, you're a very smart woman. Why didn't you just like crush the bones and throw it out in the outside? Because it seems really harsh outside.
Yeah.
Why did you have to put it in a pool where everybody can find out? Oh, but I really want to praise Emily Watson. I think that's her name, the actor, Valia, because despite her horrendous acts, I still felt for her though when she was in the Desmond Hart forced like fear cycle, and it was very symbolic because she lets the fear pass through them.
Yeah, I like you said, I love how it was visually portrayed.
Yeah.
I love how it's like a mix between the harsh Iceland that she comes from and also the sandworm like approaching from like far away.
The great contrast. Yeah. But you know what's ironic? Like Desmond just made her even stronger. Now she's like she doesn't feel fear anymore. Oh, Walker. Oh, let's do the Let's Talk right after this one in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We can talk about all those things, Walker. We're going to go to Let's Talk right after this. This is our review of Dune Prophecy. Yeah, I also love the Laila, and her. I want to praise the actor too, because I like how she can, she brings the different personality of Raquella and Dorothea. And
remember, before she went through the agony, we can tell that she was like a very innocent girl. But in the last episode, I just felt she was so commanding.
No, but that
was really good job of like portraying like an old person inside a young person's body.
Yeah, but that's not Laila. That's
that's Dorothea. Yeah, that's Dorothea.
So I feel bad for Laila because she doesn't have control over these personalities.
Oh man, and like the moment she got herself free from the shackles, I was just worried that they're gonna destroy that thinking machine.
Yeah.
And man, they're like breaking that thing up.
Oh, now that you mentioned thinking machine, man, we were so the show was misleading us with those eyes. It turns out because last week we did suspect that why aren't they telling us that it's Leto the Second already?
Yeah.
And then it turns out
it wasn't.
Yeah, because me coming from Dune, like. Hey man, my big surprise in this show is how like thinking machines are all over the fucking place, and that's why I wasn't worried when Dorothea and the Sisterhood destroyed Andor, because I think Valia can just make another thinking machine, like because there's another technology out there. There's this hooded figure that we don't know who it is yet. Oh, and we do finally arrive in Arrakis, but it's like season 2. Wait for it. Yeah. Oh, but the heartbreaking one was really the Emperor storyline, because I thought
that was harsh.
Yeah, because I thought the sister was really maybe in love with the Emperor. You like this show is really great at kind of like in a Game of Thrones way where they're like actors portray like different emotions at the same time. Because that was especially strong for Tyrion, right? Because I hate my father, I love my father, I hate my father, fuck him, I love him.
That's it, let's kill him.
Yeah. So here, you see the inner conflict of characters.
Yeah.
And the Emperor was just sad. Like, one of the best lines from Mark Strong is, it's a weird feeling knowing that you've been, you never had true freedom. And then... And I love the queen too. I love how she used the gum jabar and the sneaky. And
yeah, you gotta go, bitch.
yeah, because Mark Strong does such a great job of acting. Because I could tell like he was looking behind the sisters. So I was like, oh shit, is something gonna happen? And then boom, and then Mark Strong grabs the dress. I mean, it's kind of like you never loved her, but you love her. You want some sympathy, but the queen is like, I don't fucking love you. Fuck
like
you.
Let go of that dress.
Yeah, because I think the only person the queen truly loves is her daughter. Because I don't think that was acting when she puts her into jail. Yeah, because that was great acting too. Like it's a lesson on power.
Yeah, and great efforts by all the actors. They did such a tremendous job in this. Mark Strong and the Queen of Sintra.
And the good I mean, what did you think about the action scenes though? Because I like the Atreides and Princess like double play. I like that.
You know, it kind of reminded me of Star Wars.
Yeah.
That was like a Jedi moment right there. You know, because usually when you're that outnumbered, there's no way out. Come on. But it did remind me of like Star Wars, and also that moment in
Duncan, Idaho.
Duncan, Idaho, facing off those Sardaukars alone. Kind of remind me of that. But I actually prefer the action I saw in the previous episode with the explosion and everything. Yeah, I thought that was cooler.
One thing that I was disappointed and wanted more was when Valia was going up against the pseudo Sardaukars.
Oh yes,
stop. Defend me. And then I wanted more of that. I was hoping that
attack him.
Yeah, I was hoping that would like last longer. And she does some like crazy like, but it was good. Yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I wanted more.
You know, I was also thinking while I was watching that scene, I thought to myself, so if one of the Sardaukars is deaf, will that work on him? Because it's after all, it's like a voice command. So if the guy is like deaf, isn't he basically like immune to that command?
No, but like if like the Sardaukars were lucky because if that doesn't work, she's gonna pull out her own knife.
Oh, that's right.
Like, and she's Mother Superior.
Yeah, we kind of forget that they're ninjas. Basically.
Yeah, she's like a 10 times Jessica. you know, remember in Dune Part 1? Oh, woman, why didn't you just tell me you were so like when Stilgar says, "Whoa, woman, whoa." Yeah, so it's like she's already super powerful. Because that's one little detail I like is when one of the acolytes who gets trapped by Laila breaks her own bones.
Oh yeah, and that was pretty cool. And it kind of made me wonder: is that like her unique power? Because Laila and all her ancestors weren't able to do that.
Because remember in Dune movie, Jessica can remove the poison from the poison. So like, I was hoping like Valia might get punched, and then she does this crazy like bone returning to normal thing. And
I'm called superior for a reason.
Yeah, and then she does like something like very like English accent cocky like worthy effort, and then starts beating on Desmond. So like that was like one little thing that I wish we got more. And I gotta like best scene for me. I'm gonna answer Zezi's question right like before she asks, like when Tula and Desmond Hart meets. I love Desmond Hart's like facial acting.
Yeah. It's like without anything being said, he kind of instinctively knows that it's his mother.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. That like so let me express like the words that he's going through in the facial acting. Wait a minute. Are you my mom? Wait, Mom! Don't touch me, Mom! Do I love you? Okay, I love you. Oh, Mom!
This feels good.
Yeah, get it, arrest her! And then you get the Sardaukars doing side eyes, like, man, that was kind of what was that?
That was weird.
Yeah, Commander, what's up? Yeah, but that was a very powerful moment. So, like, you know, like the thing that kept. You know what? This is so Dune in the way that it's all too human. Even Valia, despite being Mother Superior, her biggest fear is that her being the way she is caused Griffin to die. Yeah. And you know, because she didn't kill him, but remember how the other family members kept blaming her for. Because I mean, we never get to see how Griffin died. And remember, one you said, "Oh, maybe Valia."
Maybe, yeah.
But I don't think the scene was meant to. Say that she actually killed him. It's that she felt responsible for his death.
Yeah, that's what I felt too.
Yeah,
it feels like maybe he felt the need to like visit the Atreides, or I don't know exactly what happened, but she feels that Griffin made that decision because of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess she feels guilty about it.
Yeah, and then Valia, because you were so guilty about that, you made your sister kill entire Atreides. So like, because one thing we get confirmation from the Swordmaster.
Yes.
You were right about like him.
He's
being
the son
yeah.
of that kid, the sole survivor of the family.
Yeah.
And I liked the way how the story was told.
Yeah.
There was like a monster living among us.
Was it wolf or monster?
Monster.
Monster.
He said monster.
Yeah. I mean, because Oh, and I also love the little like the Harkonnen new lord using a thinking machine as well to spy on his aunt. So like I like those things, man. Because okay, now problem for the whole season though. Like Wonjin, you mentioned last time, but I think there should have been like 2 more episodes.
Yeah.
Like to add you talked about lore explanations, and I gotta say like too much movie still. Like so much movie in this.
And remember, they actually had time to spend on telling us more stories, because if we remove those like unnecessary sex scenes, we could get like 4 minutes of story.
Yeah,
that's
true.
a lot of time.
Just some dialogue drops. I mean, because they
And I think it's kind of unfair, because they showed us like what's his name, Constantine, is that his name? Him having sex with that girl from the other family. We see the princess banging that Swordmaster.
Atreides.
And then we now finally get this like tender moment of the Emperor and his Francesca. They don't show us that.
Yeah, because they're more well-established actors. So because Mark Strong and was it her? She's a very famous Indian actor, the counterpart. So they're like, fuck no. So like no, they're already getting there.
We're not getting butt naked.
Yeah, the younger actors gotta hustle. They gotta show off their ass when they can. So, but like, if it wasn't for this finale, I would have said this is like a copy of the movie. But I like the introduction of the thinking machines. I love how, it's put in. But I do want some explanation though, because me coming from Dune, like this is so much thinking machine. Like, I hope they don't use it like, I don't know, how do you say it, like. Because once you saw the movie too, there's no AI.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think they chose AI to be a huge part of this season is because it wants to do something new, and it's the least written of Herbert's world, I would say, because it's kind of explained like there was a war, and like the prologue you get from the 70 movies is it. Almost it. There's no other explanation of like how they function and stuff like that. So, speaking of thinking machine, I was also disappointed that because the last scene when Valia said there's another enemy and then they showed the figure, I thought when they changed the scene, they showed us the spaceship. I was like, is the guild behind all this? Is the guild using thinking machine to secure more spice? But it's like them arriving in Arrakis. I was like, okay.
Yeah, but I like the fact that they use the thinking machines as one of the major elements of this story, because it's like you said, it's new, and it kind of also made me wonder from like the first Dune movie. It's like, if you had such powerful machines, don't you think someone would like keep it secretly? Because it's so powerful.
Well, possibly.
And it kind of realized that fantasy in this episode, and I think maybe it's like another way of telling a story of like vanquishing this war against the machines, like vanquishing the machines, fight like those who were like enemies that were believed to be vanquished, but they haven't.
Maybe we don't know how it's gonna go though. Like, yeah, maybe. Because, but here's another thing, though. Because remember Valia's favorite acolyte. She transforms herself. Right? And she says the word Tabelaxu. That's from the books. So that's another faction that's going to appear in Dune Messiah heavily. And it's possible that they could be using Thinking Machine without the Emperor knowing. I'm talking about Frank Herbert's universe. Because they're like, they do like experiments. So that's why they can transfer. They can also copy human beings.
Yeah, and she said she was like one of the test subject or
yeah,
something.
Yeah. So, there are those kind of weird stuff. So I was hoping they were the villains or something. But you know what the weird thing is though. So there got Tebulaxu. I think that's the name. Sorry if I haven't read that word in a long time. But why don't they say Bene Gesserit? Like at least Gesserit or something, or Bene. They never mentioned Bene Gesserit once, and then you mentioned Tebulaxu.
Maybe that word doesn't exist yet.
No, but what I'm trying to say is they say Spacing Guild. The 10,000 later, they're still called the Spacing Guild. Tebulaxu, 10,000 years later, they're still called Tebulaxu. But what's the problem with you calling Bene Gesserit?
Yeah. I think maybe they will come up with the name later because now they're just called the Sisterhood.
I'm just saying some parts they tie it with Frank Herbert's universe, and others they do their own thing, and I don't think necessarily they blend well. I mean, but okay, back to pure entertainment value. This was still good though. This is a very character strong show. I think some characters were shorthanded, but I mean, most of the main ones I am intrigued, especially the Harkonnen sisters. I hope in season 2 we get more explanation from the Atreides dude, cause what's up with this rebellion. And I thought that went really quickly, more quickly than I thought.
I don't know. I wasn't really interested in the rebellion thing because you remember how they all got executed?
Yeah, and
so I was like, okay, they suck.
Yeah. And
turns out they were all playing on the palm of the Sisterhood.
Yeah.
And they had no clue.
Wait, so Desmond Hart is an intriguing character though. Because they still haven't explained why, because he has so much potential. They put thinking machines in his eyeballs, but how is that connected? Because from reading Dune, that kind of potential is actually talking about your mental ability, your physical ability, not your ability to cause a virus swarm. So that was interesting. And I do love the visual portrayal of the virus though.
Oh yes. That was also pretty cool.
Yeah, the black consuming.
Yeah. And I like how the episode started with Tula and that doctor, the one with the imprint.
Yeah.
And it was surprising that she just died straight up, because I thought she would have a breakthrough with finding a cure for this virus, and then she just burned.
Well, she at least gave Tula the information she will tell Valia later, because she tried to fight it.
Yeah.
So you have to you have to not because you can't fight fear with fear. You have to let it pass through you, and I thought that was good. Yeah. If there's a virus in this TV show, boys, is it similar to the coronavirus?
Oh no, this is even worse. People just ignite and they burn.
Yeah, this is from Alien Covenant virus, Prometheus virus, but you don't turn into alien, you just burn to death. Because I thought the visual was very similar. So, but overall, I gotta say I had a great time watching this season. And I hope the season 2 is at least 9 to 10 episodes long.
Yeah.
Even more budget, please. Because the sad part is all those cool ass spaceships. I want to see some fight. Oh, Wonjin, I think you're gonna love this idea. In season 2, someone is hiding a thinking machine that Iron Man's you. And then Iron Man versus a sister. And then Tula's sister, I'll take care of this. And then she uses just her body to beat the thinking machine. Yeah. That kind of stuff, Because that's the kind of tacky that we love.
Yeah.
I wish we had more of that.
And it's something we can do on the TV show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, but speaking of TV show, I thought the quality was okay. I mean, how does this compare to Andor in your opinion, Wonjin? I thought it was close.
Yeah, I think it was pretty close. And I think the only difference is that Andor has that Star Wars flair in moments when it's really needed. So, for example, remember that scene where Stellan Skarsgård escapes the pursuit of the Empire's destroyer, and he had that lightsaber thing built into his spaceship, and it slices through that kind of shit was awesome.
Right. That was awesome.
Yeah, but here we don't have that. They're just mostly just like a transport.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they're like budget-wise, they're also more constrained compared to like a Star Wars series.
Yeah. And the theme of Dune is a little different from Star Wars because, like, the Dune is all about human potential. That's why there's no thinking machine in Dune. You know, the original one I'm talking about. So I hope they play up that more. Like, I want some more. And the Sardaukar thing they need to explain more too, because remember in the film they show the Secondas, the planet, right?
Yeah.
It's a harsh planet. That's why the Sardaukars are strong.
They were like, what was it? Like, were they like tied upside down in the rain or something?
Yeah, that's 100% Dune.
And they were like speaking in weird language, like
Mongolian throat singing, and then like putting prisoners' blood on their heads. Like that's all Dune.
That was badass.
Yeah.
But here they just look like generic bodyguards or something.
Yeah, and the planet hasn't turned harsh yet because like Frank Herbert's lore is that Secundus is a hard planet to live in. That's why the Sardaukars are tough. Just like the Fremens are tough because Arrakis is so harsh. And like here we see Secundus and it's like all like Atreides like all lush. All greenery. I'm like, okay, so I hope they explain that. You know.
Yeah.
And another thing is, I want to see more sandworms.
Yeah.
Definitely, sandworms are like just so iconic and stuff like that. So shall we give a
number grade
to the finale and the season?
I would give the final episode. I think I can give it a 9. And for overall season, I think I'll give it around 8.5. 8.5 is my score for the overall season. What about you?
So for the finale, I give it 10. It's one of the best finales I've seen so far. The 1 hour 20-minute was perfect. I almost wish around episode 4 they had another hour and 20-minute episode. Like it was like a movie. Like I was never bored. I was like, holy shit, this is not stopping. And Dorothea was awesome. Sisters! And then she does the speech, kind of like a Paul. So there were awesome scenes like that. So I give a 10. But the whole series, I give a 8. Because there were some episodes I would give like a 7.
Yeah.
In retrospect, maybe I gave them an 8. Because I was kind of like all sugar coated in the eye because I was having a great time.
But carrying the Dune name, this definitely delivered for me. Because, I mean, a lot of expectation comes with the name Dune now. Because of that movie. Yeah.
And Dune Messiah is coming too. So overall, Jojen Movies, I guess Jojen Movies So Awesome gives us an 8.25, which is a good show.
Pretty good.
Yeah, not perfect.
And if you're a Dune fan, it's like a must watch. You have to watch it if you're a fan of Dune.
No, but
if you like the movie.
On my way here, I did see some like hardcore Dune fans, not me. Like shit on the film series a little.
But that's what happened with Star Wars as well. With some spin-offs, I was very entertained by it, but for some hardcore fans, it's like a it's like a heresy.
Yeah. And one thing I think part of the appeal is the fact that Dune is not as popular. Well, it is popular, the books are. But in terms of being a visual medium, it's relatively new. That's why, even though it is movie conscious, I felt it was fresher than Lord of the Rings or Star Wars series because I don't need them anymore. But here, I like how the Dune world is building up. So maybe I think that's part of the appeal. And so we know that season 2 is coming. I hope they continue this series.
And they left like some questions unanswered towards the end of season 1, so it keeps us interested and invested. Who's
the hooded figure? What does the Fremen have to say about all this? Like, is the Carino Empire going to? Well, it's going to be safe, but who's going to go on the throne? So overall, it was great.
Yeah, and after watching this, I kind of wish they would make something like this for The Matrix. They did it with the Animatrix in 2003, but I kind of wish they would make something like this about like the war against the machines when it first starts to begin, because I think that would be pretty interesting too.
I think every studio, the moment a pitch comes in and they look for the budget first. Okay, fuck this. What the fuck? 100 million? Didn't the fourth one screw this franchise up? Like stuff like that. But anyway, guys, we're gonna be taking a short break and come back to Let's Talk Walker, so we can talk about all these things you just mentioned. This has been Joe J Movie So Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm One Jin.
We'll see you guys in a bit.
We'll be right back.
Oh, defend me. Take off your pants. Jiggle it in front of Desmond. Is that your fear?
Do the helicopter dick.
Do the Do it now. Open it up. Dance for me, Emperor. Dance.